This is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. In today's Pick a Card reading, we're going to be covering the next 3 months of your life. This is actually something I did in a reading with one of my clients recently, and we had so much fun with this. I thought, you know what, I should make a Pick a Card reading on this for the channel. So this is a timeless reading. So if you're watching this at any point in the future, you can just kind of ignore the months that I'm saying and just, kind of figure out where you're at and what the next 3 months would be for you. But for the sake of this video and the time that I post it, we're going to be covering August, September, and October, okay, of 2022. But if you're like in 2023 or you're like around another 3 different months, I'm setting the intention that somehow it will still resonate. So yeah, we're going to be covering this. I'm so excited about it. And I want you first to just take some deep breaths. I want you guys to know that you're not alone out there. There has definitely been some interesting stuff going on with these conjunctions. I feel it too. You're not alone. Anytime you're feeling alone, come to my channel and you know there's going to be some content for you that's going to lift you up, that's going to help you understand things. Tarot spreads, kind people, supportive people. I just love you guys in the Rainbow Fam, and I want to thank you guys all so much for being here. And if you want to join the Rainbow Fam, all you have to do is just subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. So we're taking deep breaths, and we're just gonna kind of think about the next few months here, hold that in our mind. And then you're going to choose the card or the crystal that you feel drawn to the most. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Once you have chosen, head down to the comments or the description below where you can just click on your timestamp and you'll instantly be fast forwarded to your part in the reading. And I will see you for your message soon. For those of you guys who choose number 1, let's get into the next 3 months ahead for you. And we're going to get started with August of 2022, the rest of this month, and these are the cards that you chose for August. So we're getting such a positive card: contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. And then we're getting this release card, which reads, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Now, August is such an intense month. We definitely have like this conjunction going on. We have so much going on with the planets and astrologically. We've got the Lionsgate portal coming up. So there's like some intense energy, but there's also really positive energy. And I think that these cards are really reflecting that for you, that there is something in your life that is going to come to an abrupt end. But I feel like it's something that you are so ready to let go of. For some of you, this may be a relationship. It could be a romantic relationship, something that has just like you've been hanging on to it and you've been clinging on to it, and it needs to leave your life. It could be something that's maybe a relationship that's not necessarily has a label on it, but it's someone that you've been keeping around because it just feels comfortable or it feels familiar, but you know that it's blocking you from manifesting like that higher love. So I do see a lot of people having these breakups. But it could also be a relationship with like your job, because we do have like this Virgo energy that's coming in with this conjunction and everything. And it could be your relationship with your day job or how you're receiving money in abundance, and you're wanting it to be something that's more positive for you, something that's more creative or something that's more heart-based. And so I do see that there has been some work that you've been doing that has like been this project, or you've been in the process of applying for a new job or like a new position, or you've been starting a business, or you've been like kind of revamping like an old project or something. And this could be the month that you get that good news that this project is doing well, or you get accolades for it, or you get your first client, or there's an increase in abundance, or there's that promotion, or you land that new job. So it's really positive energy. I also see some of you guys moving this month or getting news that you're going to get your new home, or you get the keys, or you sign the lease. I'm seeing that actually for quite a few people. And so it is going to be a really positive month. But before you receive all these things and you get to this place of contentment and peace and abundance, there will be this time of release. And it might feel like abrupt or like a little bit scary because you have to release before you receive. And there might not be a guarantee, but I see it ending up really well. So I want to see if there's anything else that you need to know about August. Anything else? Anything specific? Anything specific for you? Yep. Oh my gosh. Look, we got talent and passion here. They're obviously referring to this project. This thing that you have this incredible talent for, this passion, it really wants to grow. And I'm getting messages to be patient with yourself in this process, because I coach people on starting businesses. I do life coaching. I even train people on how to become a professional tarot reader and launch their businesses online. And the one thing I notice that seems to shock a lot of my clients is just how long it takes to grow a successful business. It's with a steady job, you do have that steady paycheck, and that's wonderful. But if you want to grow something for your own, if you want to be your own CEO of your own company, or you want to be your own boss, or you want to, start your own thing, or maybe take on clients for something that's, related to your talents or passions, or perhaps offer some type of service, or maybe even sell a product, it is going to take copious amounts of time and effort and consistency, and it could even take years. As we see people online that look like they're having this overnight success, but we don't see all the years that they actually put in, to make their successful business. It looks like they just posted something and went viral. It'll be so easy, right? If I just post about it, or I just launch the thing, it's gonna it'd be fine, right? And the answer is no. You have to show up every day. You have to be consistent. You got to be willing to put in years and support yourself in the meantime. So it could just be that you've made attempts towards this project, or you've tried to release it, or you've been doing this for many, many years on and off. And I just get this message that your guides are like, look, this is your passion. You're so talented at it. Don't give up. Continue to be consistent. Maybe you've put in so much work and it's hard because you're not seeing the fruits of your labor yet, but you're going to see it so soon. And also, you're going to have these little wins along the way. And this is the path that many other people have walked before you. And when you walk this path, you're actually opening up the doors for so many other people to follow behind you. Maybe you have family or friends or people around you who don't understand what you're doing. Maybe they look at you and they judge what you're trying to do, or it's just so out of character seemingly for you. But there's this message to just keep your head down, because over time you are going to blow everybody away. And it might not be that you're necessarily going to have everyone's approval, of course, until you become successful. But maybe there's this message coming here to redefine what success is for you, that maybe just posting that first piece of content, or launching the website, or just showing up every day, that is success. And later, the money will come. Later, the clients will come, or later those sales will come, and they're telling you to just keep going on this path. Now, this is interesting because there's a message from your guides here that they're really trying to tell you to leave. Leave this situation. It's time to move on. It's the end. So maybe this is some of you guys who just needed some encouragement this month to walk away from that person that's no longer serving you, or from that situation, or that job, or that lifestyle, or that habit, or that routine that's no longer serving you. And as you're watching this, listen to your heart, because it's possible that there is something coming up and you're thinking, oh, I know exactly what that is. I know what that is that I have to leave behind. And this month, yes, you're going to have to release it, but in exchange, you're getting so much contentment, peace, and abundance, this happy home life, this project completed, and you're making room for your talents and your passions. So it's so worth it. So trust yourself here. Let's move on to September, okay? So for you, September of 2022, the next month, what do you need to know? Ooh, those cards flew right out. So first we're getting skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic. Going back to school. Then we're getting defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. So it does make sense. September is that time many people do decide to go back to school. Whether you're someone who's in college, or maybe you're pursuing higher education, or maybe this is some type of self-study, or perhaps this is related to your business idea, or maybe this is even some type of like spiritual growth. It could even be deciding to go into therapy to learn more about your healing process, cut cords. I've seen so many different scenarios here, but there is this message that doors are going to open for you in September to be able to study really hard, to be able to go to the next level with your knowledge. Oftentimes when we're trying to pursue our talents and our passions, a lot of times the first step has to do with getting the tools and materials and supplies that you need, and also educating yourself or getting that knowledge. So it makes sense that like you're getting on that path, you want to learn more, you want to learn everything there is to know about a topic, going back to school. This could be a positive message for some of you guys who are worried, like, is the financial aid going to go through, or am I going to get accepted, or is it going to be that I can forward my knowledge on this thing, or I'm going to get the right mentorship or opportunity, internship, something like that. Yes, I definitely see that. This could also reflect the new job for some of you guys, like you're training, you're getting like your chops, you're leveling up, you're going to a higher level in this path. Now this right here does make me think that maybe what it is that you're choosing to study, or this path that you're going on, maybe there are some people around you who don't understand, once again, what you're trying to do. Because I got that message about last month in August. I don't know who this is. Maybe this is your parents. Maybe this is a friend. A lot of times when we try to make a change, it can kind of ruffle the feathers of other people around us, because people are so used to seeing us just being how we are, making the choices that we usually make. And a lot of times when you have other people around you that are maybe stuck or a little nervous to take risks in their own life, it can feel threatening, that you're having this change, or that you're trying something different, or that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Because it does hold, when you move forward, it holds other people accountable to do the same. So maybe these people they just want you to be happy. They don't want you to like make a mistake. Maybe they have your best interest at heart, or maybe they don't. But once again, there's this message to defend yourself, to set boundaries, to choose your choice, not to back down. This could also like not actually be something that's happening in your physical reality. It could just be like those doubts and those fears of like, what will people think if they see me coming out in the world in this way? Maybe people have always known you as being like this kind of person, but now you want to launch this business, or you want to sell this product, or you want to express yourself artistically in a new way. And maybe as part of that, you're coming out into the world and like you're really identifying with this thing, and it's positive, but you're worried, oh my gosh, what are people going to think if they see me starting at the bottom? What if I fail? What if I, what will they think? And so that's why your guides are like, trust yourself. Your heart wants to bring this out into the world. these people probably aren't even thinking that. They probably wish that they had your courage to be able to take this stand or to be able to express yourself like that, and like you're going to be a way shower for others. Another message I'm getting for you about September is I was looking at these mountains here and I was noticing these like little streams of water that are coming down and like making their way to this person. It's like they're so focused on their work or on their studies and on leveling up and getting this knowledge, but even still, there's this water usually represents like abundance, and especially if it's like flowing and it's coming from like the heavens or the ethers, these mountains. To me, it's almost like you're going to get the resources you need. You're going to receive what you need. You're going to be able to take care of yourself, or you're going to have the abundance to be able to invest in this. And so I think that's beautiful. Let's get some more messages for you about September. What do you need to know about September 2022? Yeah, you're feeling a little bit uncertain. You're like feeling inexperienced. You have this idea and you've gotten this far, but you're like, how do I bridge the gap? How do I get from this point to the next point? And your guides are really just telling you to stay with it. That oftentimes, if you're blocked, you might need to invest in that knowledge or hire someone who can help bring the missing piece of the puzzle to you. For example, if it's you're trying to launch a website, maybe it's hiring someone to do that for you. If you're trying to get some type of resource for making some product, perhaps you have to invest in those materials. Maybe it's reading a book on the healing journey. It's like getting yourself that piece of the puzzle that's missing. Stay with it. Continue to educate yourself. You're not expected to just know it all off the top of your head. You learn as you go. And that September is really like a learning month for you. It's really a learning month. And then they're also talking about music. They're saying that maybe this month you're going to get a lot of signs through music. You could be at the grocery store or driving and like something comes on the radio and you're like, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I needed to hear right now. So pay attention to the music. This could also be about listening to like binaural beats or healing music to help balance your chakras, your meridians. Could also just be listening to an empowering playlist or music that you like to help support you and pump you up and to keep you motivated this month. It's definitely a good thing. Like, everything is frequency. Sound is so healing. So to really just immerse yourself in that. Could also be that some of you guys are being called to perform music or to, maybe that's what you're working on. Trauma, my favorite card. Just kidding. So, that's good. That's good. You're releasing trauma this month. You're releasing trauma. Maybe that's why you feel like you need to protect yourself, or like you want to draw these boundaries, or like you're having to work through those things in your mind that are trying to hold you back, and you're releasing trauma. That's really, really great to hear. You're releasing trauma in September. And you're creating the path for your future. Maybe your future feels a little bit uncertain, but you're starting to decide, you know what, I don't have to sit in this uncertainty. I get to decide what, like, the path I'm taking and how I'm going to get there. And that's a beautiful thing. So shall we move on to October of 2022? So October of 2022 for you, this third month. October. What do you need to know, October? Woo. Okay, so in October, we're getting a message about challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. But I'm seeing some positive cards here. This makes me think it's connected with this. It says, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. This is a completely different energy than this over here. When I see these two cards, it makes me think about someone from your past returning to your life. And I did predict a breakup a couple months ago for some of you guys, so it could be that somebody's coming back, that it's a challenge, that you need to draw boundaries, you need to cut this cord, you need to walk on, you need to move forward. You've already done so well, don't go back. Changes to plans. We were getting messages earlier, I think it was from August, about just what it really takes to start a business, or what it really takes to launch a project or create change in your life, how it can take longer than you think. Perhaps you thought, oh, by October I would already be on this path, but there seems to be, look at this, there seems to be some delays basically in your plans. Now, if your plans had something to do with traveling, it could be maybe you don't go the time you thought you were going to go, or something changes with those plans. But there's still a message that, to keep going, to not give up, to not see a delay or like the timeline shifting a little bit to mean that you're not going to be successful. Really, I have to emphasize that in our culture, we're so used to getting things so fast. And so I think we forget to attune ourselves to nature and realize that, it takes time when you plant a seed and for it to grow and harvest, even the pregnancy cycle, 9 months is a long ass time, And when you go outside and you attune to the seasons and you watch the transition from fall to winter to spring to summer, those are months of time. Those are cycles and seasons. So attune to nature. That's something that can help you this month in October. And maybe it's hard because October is like a harvest month, and you're looking around and you're probably seeing a lot of people having all these harvests in their life. And you too are actually having a harvest season, because this says in October, you're experiencing financial security and a really happy family life, and finding magic in the little things of life. And maybe you do get to travel this month, or something really beautiful happens. And to me, it seems like you're just getting to enjoy your family or your friends, or things kind of just slow down a little bit. It's not so much of a hustle time. You're not grinding as much. So it might be hard because you still really want this to take off, and you're like, I have a 6-week plan, or I have a 2-month plan, or by this date, I want this to happen. And you're looking around and that timeline has come, and that what you wanted isn't there, but it doesn't mean it's not growing. So your guides are once again, stay with it. Your art is worthwhile. Your artistry is worthwhile. You could just be right around the corner from this big breakthrough, from manifesting the travel that you want. Continue to take the lead in your life. It's hard to hear, but maybe sometimes you can't speed up the timeline. You have to put work into things, and life happens. Sometimes we get emotional. We have memories coming up. We have to process stuff that can take us off the path a little bit. It's about making that time for yourself, but also staying consistent, But this is actually a really beautiful month. You might not get what you wanted because you thought by this time this would be here, and you were so revved up a couple months ago to be on this path, but you're realizing now, I'm in this for the long haul. This is not just a get rich quick scheme. I'm in this for the long haul. It's going to take time, and in the meantime, I might as well enjoy my life. I might as well do things to make me happy here. It's not about the destination, it's the journey. I can be happy here. I can be happy now. I can embrace what I have. I don't have to always be living for what's the next best thing, or wanting to go somewhere else. Maybe it's about being here, being now. And we have another confirmation, kind of full circle, and this says the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. There is a message here about recovering from an addiction, maybe for some of you guys too. So the work you've done over the last couple months has opened doors, has created change, and has helped you get more present. And we got a message about that for you, remember? Earlier from August, the end of a situation, time to move on. And now here you are a couple months later, and it's like that was the beginning of that process. And now you're here on the other side, and it's like really over. So whether that was the breakup or the leaving the workplace or saying, I don't want to live like this anymore, I need to make these changes. Now here you are a couple months into this work, and really it's just been weeks. I think that's why this card came out to tell you, look, it's just been weeks here. You don't expect the kind of changes or miracles you'll see after a year of consistency, but it's been weeks, months. And now you're in this incredible place. Things are getting better. And so they're like, this month is a sign. Towards the end of October, things are looking really good. There's amazing financial security around you, and you're feeling so much better, and there's opportunities coming in. And yeah, maybe some of you guys did recover from some type of addiction, and there are so many addictions out there, I'll tell you. I've experienced some of them myself. And that's okay, you could have information addiction where you're just on your phone and computer all the time researching shit, like getting way too into negative stuff. You could have addiction of buying things. Sometimes in order to make ourselves feel better in the moment, instead of changing our situation, we hoard, we bring things in, we buy stuff. Sometimes it's like eating and food addictions. And of course we've got, smoking cigarettes, we got drinking alcohol, we got drugs, okay? No judgment to any of y'all's addictions out there, but if you are addicted, it can be hard at first to realize like, okay, I have this issue, but if you're blessed enough to have people around you who point this out to you, or you're self-aware enough to realize this is what's going on, maybe that's something else you've worked on over the last couple months, and like you're feeling much better, and the energy around you is a lot shinier and brighter. Addictions are things that can cut us off from like manifestation. I mean, good things can still happen to you even if you're dealing with an addiction. Doesn't mean you're cut off from blessing and fortune, but it can put walls up and create attachments, and it can block blessings sometimes. So it's cool because I feel like you've released something, maybe a habit you had. It could even be minor, but blessings are flowing. And look at this. Maybe you've moved somewhere new. Maybe, we see travel here. Maybe you are about to make a move, or you're manifesting a move, and so it's really positive. Anyways, I can go on forever. I'm getting really sucked into this. I hope that you enjoyed this message. I hope the next 3 months really seem like a time of incredible transformation for you. Yes, there's going to be some bumpy times like we saw, but there's so many incredible things that you have to look forward to. And it seems like the main thing is like your artistry, your passion, and your talents really want to shine at this time. And that is a huge theme behind this conjunction that we're currently having at the time I'm doing this reading. So it's like you're going to actually feel that you have a lot more support. Look out for signs of like increased synchronicity. Don't be afraid to like say that prayer, or to do that manifestation ritual, or to even ask for support from others. Everybody, all of us, we're all going through this right now together, and we're going through rapid changes, and that will lead to rapid manifestations. So it's an exciting time. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Does this resonate? What are you looking forward to over the next couple of months? What do you want to claim for yourself? And I will see you next time. For those of you guys who choose number 2, we're going to get you a message about the next 3 months. We're going to uncover that in the cards. And we're starting with August 2022, or at least like the rest of August. And these are the cards that you chose for August of 2022. So you've got the Wheel. Oh my gosh, this is like the Wheel of Fortune in the traditional tarot. Of course, it's a very, very positive card. We've got Archangel Michael here. And the message is a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Yes. And then we got it next to the World. Another Archangel Michael card. What? A job well done. joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. So I don't know if you're already feeling this energy, but a lot of people are definitely going to be getting their butt kicked over the next couple of weeks with all of these, like, a lot of stuff is going on astrologically this month. It's very interesting. Look it up, watch some of the astrology channels, inform yourself, but you seem to be part of the group of people that have kind of like already paid their dues, if that makes sense. You've kind of already, all of us have been through a lot, especially the last couple years, but you especially, I just feel like the universe is going to be giving you a break. So don't be surprised if you look around and you see that like everybody around you is having all these tower moments and they're like coming to you for support. You might need to draw boundaries, or you might just feel bad for everybody, but you might be secretly realizing like, well, crap, everything is like really working out for me and like things are coming together and I'm actually like really entering a time of harvest and abundance and prosperity in my life. Don't be afraid to claim it. Just because other people are suffering doesn't mean that you have to suffer with them or find excuses to be down or to kind of, undermine your position or write it off. Like, I just think of it as in a garden, everything has its own special time to bloom. And there are seasons where there are tons of plants that are dying and, just laying dormant, decaying, but then you'll have in the corner that one flower, that one bush, that one vegetable or whatever that's just like popping off. And this time, that flower or that vegetable or that fruit, whatever, whatever you want to be, it's you, it's you. And so you're shining, you're glowing. This is your time to be prosperous this month, August. This energy, it just probably has to do with like what all your signs are in, but it's on your side. It's on your side. It's your time. And I want to get more information about this. Okay. So August for you. Woo. Okay. So something about love. So you're probably hearing this and being like, that's great. But what's on your mind right now as you come to this reading is you have some confusion about a connection. And you have these memories about this person that's coming up. And, maybe you're considering doing something bold. Or perhaps this connection is a very bold connection. I will pull some love cards. Just maybe this doesn't apply to you, but I don't know. I'm just going to do this real quick here, even though it's not a love reading. Yeah. You guys are, it could have happened out of nowhere, but we had the Lionsgate portal, and I tend to see a lot of people coming together romantically this time of year, around the end of summer, September, October. I'm available for love readings if you want to hit me up. I always tend to put extra love readings in stock. It seems to be a pattern, and it's just that time of year, it's kind of like in spring when all the animals are mating and there's like this fresh energy and everyone's fallen in love. Definitely it happens then, but it also happens around, August 8th and after, the time of the Lionsgate portal. So I could go off on a tangent on why that is, but the whole point is that there is this energy that's bright and shiny and sparkly around you, and you're having all of these wonderful glow up energies. You're receiving this harvest. You're that flower, that fruit or the vegetable that is growing in abundance. You're having positive change. Things are moving forward. Fortune's on your side. So it doesn't confuse me at all that you're attracting love right now. And for some of you, it could be that someone is returning to your life, someone from your past. This could be a positive thing. I'm getting messages that that's the case. It's very positive that you guys are attracted to each other, that there's a door that's opening right now, that like to make the effort, you always had good memories with this person. Your connection is very authentic. But this could be somebody new. In fact, for many of you, I feel like this is somebody new. It's just like they are memorable, like you just recently met them and you can't stop thinking about them and you're confused because you're like, whoa, I haven't felt this way in a long time. And it's because like you weren't expecting it, but you are attracted to this person. And, you know, maybe they've come because you've had like a past life connection with them or something, and there's like this bold energy with it. So I think what I'm predicting here is it's very possible that a lot of you guys will fall in love this month in August, or perhaps reconnect with somebody, to put it simply. And if you're confused, there's a message that like, you know, you're going to be able to figure this out, or you'll be able to connect with this person. Anything else about August? Overcome betrayal. Maybe as you fall in love or you get ready to open your heart again, you're like freaking out and you're triggered because there's times that you've been betrayed, or maybe you were even betrayed once by this person, not sure. I feel like this is a new person for many of you once again, but there's a message that like not to project onto this person or situation, you not to jump to conclusions, you know, to open your heart. You know, this says great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Maybe you're being guided to step forward into this energy and to be bold. Doesn't mean you should, you know, just, you know, be an open book or overshare, or, you know, let your guard down or not set up boundaries. Healthy boundaries in relationships help us to be able to explore them with ease. But sometimes we do scare people away or chase them off or behave inappropriately because we're still holding on to things from the past. And this is a message about overcoming betrayal and like letting your, you know, processing that maybe, and like letting your heart open and feel safe again to fall in love, so you can just be yourself in this connection. Anything else about August? Well, it does seem like you've been on your own for a while, or you've been hermiting, or like just doing your own thing, but this month you're really desiring connection. So of course that might be why you're calling in something romantic. But even if you are, and this part of the reading doesn't apply to you, this could be about calling in friendship. Because another way that I interpret these messages is that you are making new friends, but you have these memories from the past of times you've been backstabbed and you've been betrayed. So you're still processing that, but you've attracted this friendship or these people for a reason, like to just be bold and try something new, or invite people over, or go out, be yourself, get out of your comfort zone a little bit, because you deserve to have friendship and fun in your life. And yeah, I just feel like you're worthy, you deserve it. Like these people or this new friend is a gift for you, or this romantic, you know, connection is a gift for you. Oh my gosh, let's move forward. It seems like a really exciting month though. Like everything's going your way, and like because of that you're making all these friends and you're feeling really social, or maybe something romantic is happening. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see what's going on for you now in October. Oh, sorry, September. We just did August, now we're doing September. September 2022. Look at this. Falling in love. Haha, I called it. Wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. That is literally what I was just talking about. So apparently this energy continues on into September. Either this falling in love, maybe this month is the month that this person locks it down. There could be some of you guys who do get proposed to, perhaps this month. But I see it's more likely that this person is like, hey, like, let's lock it down, or let's be official, or, let's, I'm not seeing anybody else kind of thing. And because of that, there's a need to balance emotions because it's like a really overwhelming time, and maybe you're in a good way, you're falling in love. Maybe you're not getting a lot of sleep. There's this need to stay grounded, of course, but if the love thing is not applying to you, it is something about because you made this new friend or these new friends, like we're talking about, you get to go to a really cool social event, or it could even be maybe something work related, but whatever it is, I feel like it's really exciting. There could be a little bit of travel, combined into it, or it could be something kind of fancy that you're doing socially this month. It's just it's really nice. It's maybe you haven't done anything like that in a while and you're just getting this great opportunity. September. Okay, now this says an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. So, I mean, we already started off for you last month with like the Wheel of Fortune and the World. And so I already had a feeling that something was coming for your career. And so you could have went out for the opportunity last month, or you were waiting to hear back. And now this month you're getting that answer. Yes, you got the job. Or yes, you're accepted into this position. Or yes, you got the promotion. Or it could be a huge, significant leap forward with some type of business or creative project that you are doing. And so there is this message to change your life. Don't be afraid to take this leap or to start this path or to take this opportunity. Yes, you might have to start at the bottom, or you might feel a little bit out of your element, but I don't know. I see this person and they just look absolutely lit. Like they're wearing this, there's like this gold vest and they've got a crown and they just look like they're totally decked out. It might even be that this month there's a lot of abundance coming in. Maybe you use that to get yourself like some new clothes for this job, or like to kind of change your style up a little bit, or because you're having such a social time, or maybe you're even falling in love at the same time. Like everything's happening all at once and you need, I don't know, you need looks, you need outfits, you got to serve looks. Like you're going places, you're doing things, you're getting nice things, money's coming in. It's like there's a lot you're bringing in. And I feel like there's this message like you deserve this. You deserve this abundance. You deserve to have nice things. You deserve to have these upgrades in your life. I'm getting a message about that. And this is an incredible time of life experience too. It's just a huge level up, quantum leap time in your life. And this is a significant life event. Like you're falling in love, or your relationship has gone to the next level, or you're making new friends that are going to be lifelong friends. You're getting invitations to these social events. There's a lot of people around you that are celebrating as well. It's that harvest energy. So there will be something incredible that changes your entire life, basically, that's happening around this time. And it could be linked to the career. So this is a powerful revelation. You're just like realizing things that are changing your mind and your perception. And you're just spreading your wings and you're flying. Not to say that nothing bad will happen this month, but this happens to, I'm tapping into your life right now at the time of like some crazy quantum leap. I feel like you're getting manifestations that you have been working towards for years. Like finally it's all happening for you. Finally it's all happening. And the thing is, you know that you've been working for this for a long time. Don't you dare let other people around you tell you that, oh wow, you seem to be having such good luck. It's not luck. Like you earned this. You worked your ass off. Now, look, experience. This is I would say that September is like an experience for you. It feels like you're on cloud 9. It feels like you're just, all the good things are happening. Don't think, oh no, is the other shoe gonna drop? Because you've been through some hard times lately. You've been through this death cycle. But this is your rebirth. And yeah, eventually you'll go through some other type of death cycle. But like, that's not for a really long time. This is your time to shine. So don't ruin this by freaking out and looking over your shoulder and thinking that things are gonna fall apart for you. Things are going well. Now the only thing I see is that by the end of this month you are exhausted because you've been running around, you've been shopping, you've been bringing new things in your life, you've been losing sleep because you just fell in love, staying up until the middle of the night talking and all the other things. Or you've made these new friends and like you're all over the place and you've just been enjoying yourself. So you will get tired. Hopefully I'm not predicting that you get sick or something, but you will need to rest at the end of all of this. But I mean, if you're tired, it just means you had a good time, right? I get this message of together. Once again, like maybe this is you and this person deciding to be together, or to move in together, or to lock it down, to be, official, or it's this could even be referencing the friendship scenario where now you have friends and you don't feel so alone, or you've got these new people in your life. Yeah, they're saying that what has created this prosperity around you was your ability to kind of diversify. It was like you decided to choose two things and just like really go after that hard. Like, it wasn't like you chose 5 things, 6 things. You didn't spread your energy too far. You just like, you had one thing you were doing and then you kind of branched out over here too. And you just put a lot of focus into those 2 things. And that's why things are growing and branching off now. You did spend a lot of time inside too. For a long time you were more withdrawn. And, this was such an opposite energy of being out in the world. Remember, the first card we pulled for you was the Wheel and the World last month. So let's move forward. Really great energy for you. I'm honestly kind of shocked. I'm happy for you. So let's move on to October now. What's going on around you in October? October of 2022. October. Yeah. I mean, the energy seems to just really continue. This is the Magician. So you just manifested all these beautiful things. September, you enjoyed the fruits of your labors. And now the energy is great and you're settling into your new life. But you might be inspired just because you manifested all these things. This is a great time to tack on some new manifestations, to be like, thank you, universe, and send me more. Or to be like, wow, well, this just manifested. I'm going to enjoy this, but I'm also going to ask for this and this and this because might as well. So it could be that you decide to start your manifestation process again in October. This says you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. And that truly is the energy that I feel around you. That life is just so like magical and different than you ever thought it could be. That you've seen things the last couple months that have just changed your mind about like what you thought your initial limitations like were. And now you're not afraid to ask for bigger things or to initiate the next level into your life. It just keeps going, Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. That is the vibe. You're just sitting there looking at all these beautiful things you've manifested, enjoying it. Things are chilling out. Maybe it's not as exciting as September was or August was. You're getting used to the new normal. You feel content. But in the back of your mind, you're like, okay, like it's time for me to make my next big plan. So it's like you're starting to form it, but it's not like urgent or anything. And then we get the Emperor. Things need to be organized. You need to get new structure in your life. You have to discipline, getting back into a routine after like being all over the place in the best way. Like you're kind of settling, like I said, settling into the new normal. So let's pull you some final cards. I got finances and then nostalgia. It's like you're looking back on when you were struggling financially and you're just like, wow, that was a time. Look at me now, like you're doing really well financially is the message. Yeah, you're feeling a lot more secure in your path. I mean, that's all I can say. I hope that you can believe these messages. They're very rare. It might sound too good to be true, but if you've gotten readings from me and you watch my channel, you know that I try to be a balanced reader, and I really try to not just tell everybody everything's gonna be fine and you're gonna get a soulmate and you're gonna get a bunch of money and like everything's gonna be perfect. Like I'm not one of those people. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I tell you the truth. I just read the cards, what they say. So when you're getting messages like this that are like super positive, like you got to know that this is your time, that you deserve it, that you're worthy, that this is coming for you. You have to claim it. Claim it in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this message. Is this already starting to happen to you? Please share your story, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 3, let's get into the next 3 months ahead for you. Grab some snacks. This might be a little while. I've been getting carried away. I'm having so much fun with this one. We're starting for you with August of 2022. These are the cards that you picked for August. So what energy is around you right now in August? We're getting the 3 of Water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. So it could be that you getting some news this month about maybe, you're planning your wedding or you got proposed to over this, last summer or the last couple months. Maybe you are somebody who is about to graduate, or you have graduated. And a lot of times when you have graduated from something, it could be some type of program or school, or it could be like a metaphoric graduation, There's been times I felt like I had graduated from one challenge of my life into a new era, or it's like one chapter of my life is over or is closed and now it's a new one. So whether this is an actual graduation you had or it was more of a metaphoric one, a lot of times we can feel a little bit uncertain because our routine has changed, our schedule has changed, we don't know what's coming next. Don't force it. A lot of times after you've graduated from something, what you really need is to rest and have fun and go back to life and like reconnect with yourself. Because when you're studying so hard, like sometimes you can lose yourself in that process. Or when you're going through these challenges in life, or you're at one, challenging part of your journey and then it's finally over and you made it to the other side, like, the instinct is to fill that space with something, but maybe you just need to get back to who you are. Maybe you need to get back to your roots. Maybe you need to not rush things so hard and just be you and have fun and just really enjoy your life, Now, this could be you just gave birth or you're finding out that you're pregnant. And that looks really exciting, to just have fun, to accept it, to enjoy it. We see these dolphins here. This could even be like, the end of summer. August tends to be like in a lot of places in the world, but not everywhere. Tends to be the hottest month. So maybe you are spending time near the water or the ocean or the lake or the river. And, your guides are just telling you to enjoy this month, that it's a time of celebration, that good news is coming your way. And I'm going to second that by saying that this card here says events are moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things are happening at once. So there is definitely some type of big life-altering, life-changing news that is coming to you this month. And your guides don't want you to worry about planning for this or like figuring it out, to just accept it or to be happy, be excited, and to just try to have more fun with and be in the moment. So let's pull you some more cards about August. What do you need to know? Any clarifiers on these messages? I like this message. Belonging in nature. That's really sweet. So your guides are saying this month you belong in nature. Get your butt out to nature, the lake, the river, the ocean, body of water, to somebody's pool. Cool down or spend some time just anywhere in nature. This is where you belong. Have fun. Remember who you are. I love on Infinite Waters, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. On his channel, he talks a lot about how when you are living in your house or you're in your physical place of work, you're in a building basically, that's going outside. And when you step into nature, that's going inside. We were born into nature. It's where we belong. So you're going to feel weird. You're going to feel off. You're going to feel depressed if you barely go outside. And sometimes when the weather's extreme or if it's very hot, we tend to want to just stay inside on the AC. But get your ass outside. You belong in nature. Now, another thing I see is some type of opportunity for collaboration this month. Somebody might hit you up to be like, hey, let's work on that music together. Or could you draw this thing for me? And like, I'll do this thing for you. Or like, it might be that you guys decide to come together to come up with some type of project. It could even be something financial if you're like waiting for a new client or something for like your graphic design business or for your hairstyling business or something. This could be you're going to collaborate with a client and get like a big opportunity. So there's a good message coming up about that. I'm also seeing something about loss. There will be breakups around August. But there's also, this got stuck to my leg. I wasn't even trying to draw from this deck, but like I stuck my leg out and this got stuck to it. So I'm just going to take it. The King of Cups, or, this could be a message that like, hey, yeah, you might be losing something in love, but you're making room for someone who's like really romantic and has a beautiful opportunity to come to you. You could be processing loss. Maybe you thought this summer you would have fallen in love, but it's just like there's been no one and you're like, well, crap. But maybe this person's right around the corner. Maybe you could even meet them this month, not sure. But there's also a message about adventure here. So there could be some travel, or you could go somewhere new. Maybe you meet someone like this who takes you on an adventure. This could also signify the person you're collaborating with. Maybe that also comes with a romantic opportunity. Or it could just be that you're collaborating with someone like artistically with something that's like music or very close to your heart, something like that. So very interesting. Let's move on. Let's move on to September of 2022. So what's coming for you September of 2022? So there's definitely some more messages about a relationship, maybe something romantic, which we'll get to in a minute. But there seems to be a warning for you for September. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money. And then next to it, I get spend time in quiet meditation. There's a message about not panic buying. Sometimes when the seasons change, because you could be making the change between summer and fall here, or if you're on the other side of the, equator, it could be, I forget, I don't know, winter and some, I don't know. But it could be basically the seasons are changing. And sometimes we like get this urge to panic buy, or we got to bring all these things in. Maybe it's like, oh, I need to buy new clothes for this season, or I need to get this or that. Or maybe it's like you're going back to school, or you're like working really hard and like you feel like you need more equipment and like, but it could be that this is coming from a place of just feeling a little bit insecure, or you're wanting to buy these things or like bring all this stuff in because like you're just feeling that shift in the seasons, or there's something about feeling a little insecure, or the changing of the seasons affecting you, and your guides want you to save your money. It's not because you're not going to be supported, but it might be over the next couple months that you need to save. The squirrels will, plant their little seeds for later. They'll hide their nuts. They'll store their nuts for the winter. And so it might be that something you need to think about is basically storing your nuts for the winter or saving for a rainy day. So there's a message about that, about don't overextend yourself too much, or maybe reel it in, because sometimes over the summer we tend to, really overindulge. And so it's about kind of curbing that, balancing it out, being a good steward. But I'm also seeing like that you do end up doing fine with that. that you make good decisions. You want to make sure that you feel like you have enough so that you can give of yourself. It's not even about like giving money to people. It's like when you're in that lack mentality or you don't feel like you have very much, it's hard to give to others or to give your gifts or to put your energy out there. So it's almost like making sure you're taken care of. This could also be about not giving too much of your time or energy. You might have to draw a boundary with your workplace. You might have to draw a boundary with people around you who like want access to you and your time, but it's going to end up being like a good choice for you. This could even be walking away from a job. So you need to save money or something so that you can support yourself while you're looking for a new one or something like that. And then this is the Hermit for September. Like you want time to yourself. Maybe you just had a really social last summer or couple of months. It's like you need time to go within and figure out like, what do I really want? You definitely want to make a change. It's like you're calling all of your energy and your power and your resources like back to you. And I'm going to further that by saying there's this message about buckling down and getting things done, honoring your commitments. It's like you just have to finish this final, to me it feels like it's like the final mile of the marathon. Like you're almost there, you're about to cross the finish line, you're tired, but you have to not distract yourself and keep your wits about you and finish what you started. You could have a lot of work that maybe you got behind on, that you have to catch up on and make sure you meet these deadlines. But over here, there's this message about a new person entering your life. A relationship begins a new phase. And that does remind me of this card that got stuck to my leg last month. I don't think that kind of stuff is a coincidence. When you have little funny things that happen when you're reading the tarot, I always take that as a sign. And so maybe they came last month, maybe there's this month, but there does seem to be a new romantic opportunity for you. And for those of you guys who are already in committed relationships and you're happy, you could take this as perhaps a new business associate or a new kindred spirit, like a new friend or something like that. But I think for most of you, this is a new person entering your life, because this is the time of year that I tend to see a lot of people coming together in relationships. You notice those patterns after you've been reading the tarot for a while. I start noticing, wow, everybody is purchasing a love reading this month and telling me that they met someone new. I noticed that, and I realized I think it has something to do with the Lionsgate portal that we have in August, 8/8. It seems like September, you always got people coming in new relationships, so it's very fascinating. What else do you need to know about September? What else do you need to know about September? Your guides are like, look, listen, this person is for real. You are going to just magnetically attract them. They are genuine. This is a gift. This is not someone who's come to wreak havoc in your life. This is someone that's come as a blessing for you. Yeah, love is coming. This relationship has a lot of potential. And who knows? I mean, I'd like to think they're going to come this month. Maybe for some of you it comes a little later, but maybe you can feel it coming. But yeah, this person will appear maybe around this time, and they're like, it's going to be a magnetic connection. It's going to be genuine. I should probably post some more love readings over the next couple months. Let me know if you want to see more love readings on the channel. So let's move on now to October. October of 2022. What's coming for you? October. What do you need to know? So, a big decision needs to be made in October. You're basically realizing that you're at the end of 2022, and the vibe that I'm getting is, although so many beautiful things have manifested, and perhaps even this relationship and everything, you're realizing that the big thing you wanted to accomplish this year like maybe you didn't accomplish it. Like you're happy with the growth that you had, and this year as you look back on it, like really wasn't that bad, but it's almost like you had trouble like committing to something. And so this is about like making time for what's important to you, taking a sensible approach, dealing with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. There could be these challenges that are coming up, maybe in your personal relationships or with your family or friends, or perhaps at work, because I do see these coins kind of flying everywhere. And maybe this is the one area of your life you really wanted to change this year. Maybe you wanted to change the finances. Maybe you wanted to change the career. Maybe you wanted to make some changes here. And so you're at this point where it says you got to stop procrastinating. It's time for you to research what are your options? What can you actually do about this? It is a complex decision because it might be one of those things where you're like, you know what? In the short term, I need to make this choice. But in the long term, I need to build towards this. So it might be that's why it's complex, two different decisions. It might not just be one thing that's just going to instantly solve the problem. It might be that you kind of pivot over here and then you build toward this other thing over here. And this is the Empress. You're feeling really creative this month. You're feeling really inspired. You feel like all the blocks towards you taking this path are finally just crumbling. And that's the beautiful thing, is that before the end of 2022, you will be able to get on this path. And you'll feel like by the time the new year comes that you're like, hey, I actually did kind of accomplish that goal. Maybe it doesn't look like how I thought, or I'm not 100% where I wanted to be, but I'm on the path and I'm proud of myself for that, you know? So there's also some type of abundance that wants to come into your life. You could be getting signs of that, or maybe you're creating the channel for that this month. And this says it's time for you to give birth to your dreams. You're like, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm done with this situation over here. I'm done dealing with these challenges. And so you're like, I'm going to nurture myself, and you know, that's going to help me to be there and nurture people around me. It's like this person, you know, here, this angel like holding this little baby. It's like, this is your little dream, your baby. It's ready to come out into the world and be born. It's so beautiful. So anything else you need to know about October? Whoa. Look, yeah, you're manifesting this month. This month, you're like getting clear on it. You're making the vision board, or you're writing it down, or you're like, okay, I'm going to stop changing my mind. This is what I want. That's such an important part. Like if you want to create something new in your life, you want to make changes, you have to be very specific. You have to make a choice. And that's what this is about, a complex decision. So it might be like, it's like one choice you're making, but there's like a little, I just keep feeling like there's two choices basically that you're going to have to make. Yeah, you're getting straight with what your ambition truly is. You're like, this is what I want. I'm claiming it. October is such an empowering month for you. It's so exciting. And yeah, you have a new like friendship timing. You've recently made a new friend, or you're about to make a new friend who is on a similar path as you, and like is going to be a huge source of just like motivation in your life. This could even be someone you've been friends with for a while who you find out is going through the same thing as you, and it deepens your bond. Ooh, this wants to come out. So they're like, trust your instincts with who this is. This person's in your life for a reason. You guys are going to encourage each other, support each other. You're never alone. The universe always sends somebody. So, and this could also be talking about this person that I pulled earlier for you. Remember? That you have a deep friendship with them, that you fell in love with this person at this time for a reason, or it could just be a friend. But that's exciting. Wow, so many messages. I hope that this resonated with you. You have to let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Peace out.